जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को पूर्ण हृदय से नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। वी विल बाउ डाउन टू श्री माता जी एंड टेक बंधन। तीन महामंत्र एवं उसके पश्चात श्री गणेश मंत्र लेंगे। संतुलन के लिए अपना दायां हाथ धरती माँ पे रखेंगे और श्री माता जी से पूर्ण हृदय से प्रार्थना करेंगे। ईश्वरी आदिशक्ति माँ, कृपा कर हमारी ईड़ा नाड़ी को स्वच्छ एवं निर्मल बनाकर जागृत करने की परम कृपा करें। श्री माता जी, प्लीज क्लीन अवर लेफ्ट चैनल। दोनों हाथ सामने। We will keep our both hands towards Shri Mataji, and now we will keep our left hand towards sky. हम अपना बायां हाथ श्री आकाश तत्व की ओर करेंगे और श्री माता जी से पूर्ण हृदय से प्रार्थना करेंगे। श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हमारी पिंडा नाड़ी को स्वच्छ एवं निर्मल बनाकर जागृत करने की परम कृपा करें। श्री माता जी, प्लीज क्लीन अवर राइट चैनल। दोनों हाथ सामने। We will keep our both hands towards Shri Mata Ji. श्री माता जी, कृपा कर हम सभी को निर्विकल्प स्थिति में लाने की परम कृपा करें। श्री माता जी, प्लीज ब्लेस all of us with doubtless awareness. Now we will listen to Shri Mataji's speech. हम सभी श्री माता जी की अमृत वाणी को आत्मसात करेंगे।
So today's day is, as I told you, the 13th day is the goddess. Dhanteras it is called as, that is the day of the Graha Lakshmi. She came as Graha Lakshmi. In the household, the lady is the one who is the symbol of that Lakshmi to begin with. Because she's the one who looks after your food, looks after your comfort, she protects you, she nourishes you, she gives you joy. And the women who cannot do that are not Graha Lakshmis. They are not the, housewife is a very poor word for that. They are the Graha Lakshmis, means they are the goddesses of the family. So, the other day we were in America, I told the girls, I said, let us wait, and what we can do, it's all right, I'm the mother, you can give me food if you want. I don't mind. Give the boys first and then the girls should eat. And one of them got very angry with me. She said, Mother, what is this? They are dominating us. Actually, if somebody eats before or later, what is the domination? I mean, in any case, you are going to eat before or after. I don't understand the portion of domination. But, see, you are privileged. You are privileged that you can look after so many people, you see. What is so wrong in it? You see, the whole atmosphere is so funny that if the men eat first, then women should feel that we are put down. It's absurd. Because it's a privilege. You are like a mother. You are the person who has to look after them. You have to feed them. It's a privilege that a Graha Lakshmi should do that, look after everybody, give them food to eat and treat them just like their prodigies, you can say, something like that. It's such a privilege, is a sign of complete maturity. Even little girls you have seen, if they are brought up properly, you see, otherwise they can be horrified. But normally little girls are very generous, more generous than men are. And they are very, you see, always try to make you very happy. They have great sense. If somebody is sitting down, they'll come and give you food and look after you. And I mean, I have seen my all three grandchildren, daughters do that. You see, even once a washerwoman came in the house. They said, you must sit on the sofa. They said, but no, I can't sit on the sofa. No, you must sit on the sofa. I said. They opened the fan for her and they brought all the things that were in the kitchen for her to eat. Now, and they brought some plate and this and that. And the elder one, she told me, I told her, what do you want to be? She said, I can only be a nurse or a air hostess. I said, why? Air hostess and nurse, why? Because these are the only two professions where one can give, isn't it, food? Otherwise, it's a privilege. Other professions you can't do this great job, this noble job, you see, this of giving food. So that's why I want to be either the nurse or the air hostess. And they play. I have seen these girls play. Now I am the air hostess. Now you must eat this. They bring food in small little things. You see, they make their own things. Now I am the air hostess and they bring it. Now there may not be any food in it. See, maybe some stones they have put or whatever. You must eat. You must look after yourself. You are thinning down. You better, like that, you see, so sweet. And then they'll bring some pillows. Now you must lie down. Like air hostesses they are working. You see. Are you feeling cold? Would like to have a blanket or something? I said, what game is this? Then we are air hostesses. It's such a privilege, an innocent privilege. And that's what, if we develop this nonsense of a rights that we are higher, they are lower, all this nonsense will go away. Who is higher and lower? See, like some here are here and some are here. Are they higher or lower? You can't do without this or this. It is an absurd idea that have come into our heads that we are higher, lower. So, a Graha Lakshmi is the one who has to be a noble woman, has to be an example in the family. Like a housewife herself is a drunkard, marries 10 times. What will happen to her children? Just think of it. Such a woman. A woman who has no sense of chastity, no sense of auspiciousness, no sense of protection for them. What can she talk? Who is she? What does it matter? I mean, what comfort can anybody give to a housewife? She is the one who is the source of comfort. What comfort can you give her? To her, the greatest comfort is that you eat your food properly, you sleep well, that is the greatest comfort. So this is what one has to know, that a Graha Lakshmi is the woman in the family. She is the Graha Lakshmi. But the man should not be a wolf also. A Graha Lakshmi cannot marry a wolf, you must understand. If the man is a wolf, then he doesn't deserve to have a Graha Lakshmi, but he can have a she-wolf as his wife. That's a good idea. Then they can fight, quarrel, have all kinds of divorces. But it's the responsibility of the Graha Lakshmi to begin with, I must say. To keep the balance, it is her duty. It is not the duty of the other people in the family. It is she who keeps. She doesn't give up at any cost. Of course, if he's a wolf, all right, he can go to the forest. She's not bothered. But the men must understand that more you start respecting the housewives, the Graha Lakshmis in the family, the more there is respect, the more there will be settling of these women in their proper places, becoming proud of their houses and families and their own setup that they have put in. They'll feel they have a meaning and the whole society will change. But if the men run after dirty women and cheap and street women, then the same housewives can take to that. So that is very important, that they must be respected because they are Graha Lakshmi. That is one thing. The second thing is they are also Raja Lakshmi. Raja Lakshmis are the goddesses who are looking after the country. Like England has a Raja Lakshmi. Now, we can say the princess now is a Raja Lakshmi. She's a woman with dignity. She carries herself with that bashful sweetness and all that. She's a Raja Lakshmi. Our queen is very good too. But we can say other people in the same family are funny. They belong to royal family. They have got that strength of character to belong to that. They have all the privileges, but they think they have all the rights, but no duties. And as that, also the Raja Lakshmi can be very funny. Like in this country there has been curses on curses because of 7 queens were murdered in this country. I mean, I can't think of any country where even one queen can be murdered by the queen. This country has a very funny curse of these 7 women who were killed like this. I mean, what sort of women they must have been, what sort of queens they must have been. I mean, there is so nothing of a Raja Lakshmi. A Raja Lakshmi is a dignified woman. She is the one who is the glory of the country. She has to be a glorious woman. She has to be a woman with all the attributes of a queen. And that is the Raja Lakshmi, is the queen or the goddess, that is the queen. And she resides in every country. Every country has a Graha Lakshmi. And if that is insulted, then the people suffer. They will suffer in so many ways, like they will have money problems, they'll have financial problems, they'll have also problems of society, all kinds, because whatever the queen does, whatever the king does, it is done by others, but especially the queen. Most of the fashions, say, in England have come because the queen started. So whatever she does, she's so important, and she has to have that idea in her that she's the goddess. She has to represent that goddess which resides in every country. So that is the Raja Lakshmi. Now in countries where there is no, say, democratic countries, then all right. Then the head of the first lady of the country should behave not like American lady who married a tycoon somewhere, an old man, and is now a photographer. And what is this? So cheap. It is so cheap. She doesn't deserve to be there. There's no dignity about her. She's competing herself with cheap street women. She should know that she is the first lady. In the countries where there is even, say, not democracy and other sorts of governments are there, there is also a first lady. And while now these first ladies also have become competitors, and they're competitor with their husbands and try wherever they have tried such a trick. You see, even Mandar Naiki tried these things, she failed. Anywhere they tried like to outwit their husbands by this, they will fail. Because God is not with them. They are there because they're first ladies and they should take all pride within themselves. Even if they feel they are a little bit let down by people, not respected. But if she respects herself, nobody can be disrespected. She should keep her respect and everybody will respect her. But just to punish people if she has to behave like this, that means she has no value of her. So the first thing that one Lakshmi gives you is a value system. Your value system is correct. You evaluate yourself properly. Like you know the value of this and value of that and value of this. But the value system for a divine person is not based on the amount of money or amount of matter it has, but it depends on what vibration. So the whole evaluation system changes when you get into divine temperament, that you start seeing things, what is precious is what has the maximum vibration. Whatever has vibrations is the precious thing for a realized, and not what is not divine. What is not divine, we have nothing to do. But you will be amazed, whatever is divine is all very precious also otherwise. Like the paintings which are done with divinity, means the realized souls have done, are today very expensive, may not in those days, but now today. Actually all that truth comes up gradually and people can see that clearly, that there is something special about these things. So your value system changes. As your Mahalakshmi essence starts growing and manifesting, you stand absolutely open, and you find that new things, new ideas, and new valuation of everything starts up. Once this happens to you, know that you are growing. You must know how to judge whether you are growing or not. And that is how you will know that you are growing in the right direction if your value system is in. Today's day is this Lakshmi's day. I bless you with all the Lakshmi's powers, and especially the discretion to improve your value system. What is more valuable is to you. What is the most valuable thing to you? You must try to devise that. Then there is, after this day, when they worship, the first day is, they say that is the day when Diwali was celebrated, when Rama was made the king. He killed Ravana on the Shera, and on this day that Rama was crowned, and that's why they celebrated. Now Rama is the person, at that time when he is crowned, he represents the benevolent king, and the benevolence of a king is being crowned. So that's why they celebrate Diwali. But we have a special significance of Diwali. It's very special significance, I think, that the light that we see here, you will see always goes upward. Fire is the element that always goes upward. It's always against the gravity, and it is against all that pulls you down. And the light of the spirit is also like that. It always takes you up. And the person who is a realized soul is called an enlightened person, because he has a light. And the light has a capacity to give you a full idea, to see what is what, to relate to each other, to find out the distances and the differences, and to discriminate. So the light represents discrimination. And when you are enlightened, the spirit is enlightened. In the sense, spirit is the light, but which starts expressing itself in the atmosphere, manifesting in the attention of it. Now, what we have done in Sahaja Yoga is nothing but it is Diwali. First, one light was enlightened. Then that light enlightened another light. And now we have so many lights. This is the Diwali that I have. I enjoy this Diwali than anything else. Now some lights are really sometimes flickering. I know that. Doesn't matter. Some lights are afraid of the winds that might affect it. So I have to look after them. In India, you see, this part is called as Aanchal of the mother. You see, where she keeps her child hidden. And that is where she looks after the candle also, the light which she has kindled. And very carefully she looks after it and tries to see again and again if it is burning or not. And then she is sure that it is burning nicely. Then she puts it on a higher place where it burns, not for itself but for others. It enlightens others and enlightens the path of the people who are going in the darkness. So for us, Sahaja Yoga today is a Mahayoga because it is a Deepavali. It's not only one Deepa of your mother burning, but it's so many lights all over the world. You know, they have taken their lights and they are burning. Even small children are giving realization. It has spread to the villages now, and it's spreading slowly as the Diwali. And every day we celebrate Diwali, we have more and more lights, and I'm sure these lights are going to. Those people who still have flickering lights have problems. They always have problems, and they must know that their light is to be brought in properly, into proper shape. They must put all attention to put their lights in order. If your lights are ordered, there cannot be a problem. There cannot be a problem. So the correction is also a divine quality in you. We should work inward by which you correct yourself. The other day I was explaining how you don't have to think. It's very simple. It's a machinery which is a divine machinery which you have found out now within yourself. Now, at this time when you have got a machinery, you don't have to think about it. Because the machinery that is divine is just like any other machinery. For example, you know the machinery of the car. You don't have to think. You don't think I have to put a brake, you just put it. When you are a master driver, you just do it. You don't think. Do you think? If you start thinking, you'll kill so many people by that thinking. So in the same way, if you have mastered this machinery, if you know which one to move, how to work it out, if you have mastered it, you don't think about it. You just work. And that is what it is. We have to understand that after developing Mahalakshmi Tattva, which is the main Tattva, which is the evolutionary principle by which you have evolved, is the ultimate, the Sushumna, the central part, which is the most important. If the Sushumna is not all right, then you cannot do anything, because there is the flow. There is the opening, which is important, which makes you wider, which makes you deeper, which makes you great. That is the part of Sushumna which must be always kept open. Must try to keep it open by balancing yourself, by this generous attitude, and by seeing everything through your discretion. Keep it open. Keep your Sushumna open, and that is the path of Mahalakshmi. If you keep your Sushumna open, there will be no physical problem, no emotional problem, and of course no spiritual problem. That is how one has to understand today's Mahalakshmi Tattva. Now at this position when you reach, you see, this position is very important at Mahalakshmi principle, that it gives you the witness state, no doubt. But as I have told you before, just after this first day's puja of the Lakshmi, when Rama was crowned, next day they have the second day. And on this second day, this is the 13th day, as I told you, is the day when the Lakshmi was born. 14th day is a horrible thing which I do not want to tell you much about, because that is the day the goddess had to fight all the horrible uh, sacrifices. So I don't want to talk about it much because you know all that. That is the 14th day. Then the 15th day is the day when the moon is absolutely missing from it. It's absolute darkness, where you put these lights to suggest that there are lights now, let Lakshmi come within us. So there is no spot that should be left which is dark, so everywhere the Lakshmi resides and give us the glory of her blessing. Then this is the night when you have the dark night, as you call it, Amavas. Then the first night after that is the first moon that the, you say the, what, the baby moon? What, huh? New moon. The new moon comes up, the first day, is the day when the new year starts for Shalivahana. As you know, Shalivahanas are my ancestors, or whatever you call it, the Sindh dynasty. That is the day. That day they take a shawl of the mother, like this, and put this water carrier on top to suggest the Aquarius time. The Aquarius time has started. According to them, they put that on top of that and put it like a flag on top of their houses to suggest now the Aquarius time is there. With the mother shawl, they make the flag, and on top of the flag is this the water carrier is put upside down to suggest that the Aquarius time has started, that the time of Kundalini has started, and that this awakening has to take place. That's the first day of the year they start. Then after that, the second day is, so it is 5 days actually, but why I said 4 days celebration? Because one day is a horrid day in between. But also there is a celebration because after killing all these Rakshasas, there were Diwali. Many a times these things happened, and every time she killed all these Rakshasas, they celebrated it by putting lights all around. So after that is the second day is very important, which is here, is the brother and sister. Special day where the sister invites the brother to her house for food. And she, if he's a small boy, she'll give him a bath. Even if he's a big boy, he sits with all his clothes on and she puts water on him and puts something very fragrant things on his body and gives him a bath nicely and gives him a protection. It's the purity of relationship between a sister and a brother. And then the brother gives her something as a present at that time. He may give anything. It's just symbolic. It's the love and affection of a brother and a sister is expressed at that time. It's very important. And then the sister, she actually gives him a bandhan with actual light, which is called as the aarti they do for the brother. And that's how they try to give a big protection to their brother. So this is the day of the, they call it in Marathi Bhav Bij or Bhaiya Dvij, or that is the Dvitiya, the second day of the month. That starts in India. Now it has a significance because it is very important that our relationship as a brother and a sister must be strengthened, must be purified, must be looked after. In India, even if somebody calls you a sister or a brother, then he is a sister and a brother. It's a very difficult situation. If somebody calls you a sister, then you have to accept that situation. And if you accept that situation all your life, you have to carry on that relationship of that nobility. Whether he may be your brother or not, doesn't matter. He may be your sister, she may be your sister or not, does not matter. But once you have said she is your sister, then all that purity is there, all her chastity is to be protected, and she is to be looked after. So this is how it is. These are the 5 days they celebrate. In short, I have told you how we Sahajogis should understand these 5 days are days of real festival for us, because we are overcome death now. We have overcome that degradation that would have followed after this. Now we are people who are victorious. So this is to celebrate our victory over evil, our victory over our weaknesses, and our victory towards the goal of our achievement, that is full self-realization. And that's how it's a great day of celebration. And may God bless you all. And in this jubilation, I join you all. And I'm very happy that we are so many today in this country. And a day will come when our righteousness and our greatness will definitely enhance the path of darkness with its light and improve the conditions to such an extent that people won't believe that they were living in this wretched world and today they are in such a place. They won't believe. It will happen. As it has happened within yourself, it will happen without. And that's what is the day I'm waiting for, when such things will happen. And all these things we are doing here, leading a very righteous and a good life now, with forgiveness for others and with all the generosity, it will become a universal theme for people. And when this will become a universal happening, and when people will universally accept Sahaja Yoga, then will be the real day of Diwali celebration. May God bless. So I must say, for Christmas I won't be here. I'll be in India. It's nice way, because I'll escape all your presents. So, you gave me so many presents last time that it was too much for me. Of course, if you say that I gave you, because that's of course is nothing great, because see, if you give to one person, which is too much to carry, you say you have to have a shipload, and if one person gives to so many, it's not such a difficult thing, is it? But if everybody gives to one person, it's too much. And if one person gives to many, it's very good, because the load is lessened on everyone and also shared, you see, of that one person. So my giving was a better thing than your giving to me, because I was really thinking of taking a ship, see, put all the nice presents you gave me. So, do you have any questions? So now, मेरे साथ शायद हाथ ही धो दे तो हो जाएगा. Just this is your ring. This is this one. Okay. This ring. What is this? Simon, come now. So, you see, today's puja is more sort of asking for the expansion of your sushumna, more than. So as it is, when we are doing this puja, first of all, you must develop a mood of forgiving others and forgiving yourself also. Just that mood, first of all, to improve your sushumna to grow, first of all. So there's a mantra for that. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Shama Rupena Samsita and Shanti Rupena. All these mantras if you say, all of you, if you say these mantras, one you can say and they can repeat you. And then that will definitely improve. These are all mantras for the Sushumna. The Indians are that way very funny. I think you people
जय श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को पूर्ण हृदय से धन्यवाद करेंगे। थैंक यू सो मच श्री माता जी फॉर द डिवाइन ब्लेसिंग्स। श्री माता जी, आपका कोटि कोटि धन्यवाद, अनंत कोटि धन्यवाद श्री माता जी। हम सभी श्री माता जी को पूर्ण हृदय से नतमस्तक होकर प्रणाम करेंगे और बंधन लेंगे। जय श्री माता जी।